From winged pets to weird pets, from big pets to small pets, one house has seen its own fair share of an abundant amount of creatures. The White House has housed 45 presidents so far and has held many assortments of critters.
Everything from alligators to zebras and everything in between.
Benjamin Harrison's site presents all pets, not just from the Harrison family, like his pet goat Whiskers, but all pets from George Washington to Barack Obama.
Most of them have had something. A few of them not quite as many as others. Some have almost a zoo themselves, but most of them have some sort of animal or pet associated with them.
Jennifer Capps, VP of Curatorship at the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site, has brought many pieces from all over the country for pet and historian lovers to enjoy. One pet that has a lot of pieces and history behind him is Fala.
Fala was President Franklin Roosevelt's favorite dog, I'll say, so he is sort of famous and had a lot of memorabilia associated with him and traveled extensively with the president. So there are lots of press photographs where he's visiting military bases during World War II. He even went with President Roosevelt across the ocean to different meetings with Churchill, got to play with Churchill's dog as well.
Other presidents have been given their White House companions.
John Quincy Adams was given an alligator by Lafayette, actually.
The list of bizarre pets are pretty extensive.
There's a badger that belonged to Theodore Roosevelt. Of course, he had several children. They are one of the presidents to have quite a menagerie of pets living with them. They had a badger, and at some point they were a little concerned that the badger might bite the child in the face. So one of the children is holding it in a photograph, and he said, well, he might bite your leg, but he never bites a face. There was a squirrel that became very friendly on the White House lawn during the Harding time period, and cabinet members and different people coming in for meetings would bring nuts to Pete the squirrel, as they called him, that lived on the White House lawn, which was not the favorite thing of Laddie Boy, the Harding's dog. Of course, the earlier presidents often have horses that are associated with, the stables and carriage at that time before the automobile. There was a stable at the White House. But then some of the later presidents, so the Kennedys, had several horses and ponies for the children, and they actually kept them in Virginia.
During the 90s, the Clintons' cat became widely popular.
The tuxedo cat socks, which was a little more popular again more recently. So there are a lot of political buttons, stamps, bumper stickers, postcards, even a plush toy for Socks the cat. I think that often a president finds comfort and relief, I'll say, from having their furry friends, their presidential pets with them. There is a saying that if you want a friend in Washington, get a dog.
Being the president of the United States sure would be a tough one without that companionship of a pet.
There are a couple of presidents that didn't have as many pets, or a little bit more unusual. So actually President Johnson, Andrew Johnson, the only pet associated with him are some white mice that apparently were living in the White House at the same time he was. Currently President Trump, as I understand, doesn't have any pets, so he's the first one in quite some time that has not actually had a pet so far anyway.
So come to the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site to get a peek at all these presidential pets. For Pet Pals TV, I'm Adam Dunn.